Throughout our lives, many of us will experience times where we are not quite sure where our identity lies. Is it our jobs, our family, the community we choose to be a part of? Is it based on the way we were raised or the things we enjoy the most? Some of us have more opportunities to explore the idea of our identity than others. Some of us already have the freedom to choose what defines our identity. In The House on Mango Street, it is clear that Esperanza spends much of her time pondering who she is as a woman, in her community and within herself. The novel is written to emphasize Esperanza's attention to detail as she watches the people around her and their roles within the community. Everyone is trapped on this poverty-stricken street, and it is clear that the women have distinct roles they are meant to fulfill, such as caring for the children and suppressing their dreams for the benefit of the family. In the community we currently live in, we do not necessarily need to worry about where our next meal comes from, and we can instead focus on our goals, what we wish to do as we enter adulthood, and how we choose to spend our time. This is not so much an option for the people of Mango Street. The Vargas family, for example. Rosa spends every second of every day tending to the needs of her family around her, not a moment to herself and no support from any man. Within her community, this is the expectation for her as a woman. Esperanza sees this and notices how Rosa is tired all the time from buttoning and bottling and babying, and she also notices that Rosa cries every day for the man who left without even leaving $1. In seeing this, Esperanza recognizes the mental strain that comes with her motherly duties, and even as an adolescent, she's able to determine that she does not want this for her life. Even though her name comes from her great-grandmother, she wants more than to inherit her place by the window. Though this idea may seem simple to some of us, the circumstances of Esperanza's environment make it an outlandish goal to have, as it is described that the boys and girls live in separate worlds, and those worlds stay strictly as they are meant to be. The identity of Esperanza also lies in her status within the family, as she is the oldest. In my own experience as the oldest child, there are many unspoken rules that you must follow. Naturally, being the good example and helping your younger siblings when the parents are busy, or making sure they behave when the parents are not watching. Esperanza experiences some of these things, and as her abuelito passes, she determines that some of those responsibilities become greater as her papa mourns the loss. Her ability to assess every situation is impressive as a young girl, and it shows just how important identity is in her area, as it means survival. Though it may seem like an impossible cycle of expectation, there's always room for personal growth, as Esperanza demonstrates by exploring what goals she has for herself and her future. In the same way Esperanza chooses to make her own way and her own name regardless of circumstance, it is important to remember that we have that same choice. Our thoughts and actions are our own. We can drown in the self-pity of our situation, or we can learn to embrace it and choose the identity people view of us.